Oh, it's
We're
ready.
live? All right, great. So we got here NextGen versus Phoenix. Joined here by Carito.
Hello.
What's going on?
Nothing much. Just trying to find out the password for the server right now.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Let me see if I can find it. Donkey.
Donkey. It doesn't matter.
Just change it again. No big deal.
Oh, already kicking off. That was swift.
So NG looking to get their fourth win? Is it?
I think it's their fourth win. Let's have a look. They have one, two. I think it's their third win, isn't it? No. Yeah, fourth win.
Fourth win. And Phoenix looking to get their second of the season.
Yeah, 'cause they had a draw with Roby at the start of the season, then they won against NTA. This is their third.
So this is going to be a pretty exciting game then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
DBD's going against some familiar faces here. Former BB teammates, like with the likes of Rock. Ball to NG. So two different play styles completely if you look at it. NG prefers to play that tiki-taka, play it on the ground, play to feet, pass and move. Where you have Phoenix, who kind of tries to whip it in a lot. You know, they're very strong in the air.
Quite defensive as well, as you can see here.
Very defensive as well, yep. Flame, very good with his crosses. Fowler's pretty decent in the air, I'd say. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see which play styles reign supreme in this match.
It's definitely going to be an interesting one.
Chupo finds Arshavin. Arshavin takes tap on, gets the cross off. Saved by Lux. Lux, I haven't seen him in a while. I guess since the last time NG played, Phoenix had the league match.
Did he play in the last one?
I think he played for the last 5 minutes or so. Came off the bench against NTA.
All right, because it was it Smithy in goal?
Yeah, it was Smithy in goal, and Lux was on the bench.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
So I guess Lux is only playing in league matches as of now. I haven't really seen him in mixes. Header by Chupo. Chupo, another player who's extremely lethal in the air.
Oh, he's practically lethal everywhere.
Yeah, good point. JB3, one of the probably the most solid center backs in the community. Nice matchup between those two.
Yep. Oh, okay. Now the match is down to us today.
I guess to avoid any future conflicts.
Chef's deciding man of the match. Just in peace. No, we'll try and be as
Ooh.
nice as possible, I suppose.
Zavin almost finding the bottom left corner of the net
How
there.
did you know who I was going to pick, Ian? Damn it. It's obviously going to be Gamer.
Oh, and they get first blood through Kame off a cross from Flame. Like I said earlier, Flame's one of the best crossers, I'd say, in the game. Gives good service here to the Spanish international, who has no problem putting it away.
Oh, Hai kicked it into him.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate on that, but looks like the Phoenix Spanish is stronger than the NG Spanish there. So it's 1-0 up, yeah? But we've seen this before. We've seen this with Chefs. You know, NG can get scored on first and still have no issue coming back into the match.
Okay.
Again, Flame's doing really well on the line there. Whips it in again. Beautiful service.
Oh. was.
Great save. Oh, I didn't even realize that Matt was in net.
Oh, neither did I.
That's nice to see him back between the two posts where he originated in this game.
When was the last time he even played GK?
I saw him playing GK the other day in a couple mixes.
Was it in the last NG match as well?
Oh, I actually didn't even watch the last NG match, so I don't know.
Neither did I.
NG is going to be rotating keepers throughout the whole season, that like they said before.
Dap got a red card.
No, Dev was actually the goalkeeper against Chefs, Ian. I think Iran said that they're going to be rotating a bunch of people throughout this league just to give people a break.
That makes sense.
I mean, they have enough people who are capable. Wow, Flame, almost taking on 2 players there.
That would have been fantastic if you got through. Yeah, neither did I. I didn't notice until I hit tab and noticed that he got a red card.
Oh, that Danish dirty tackler. Oh, man.
Oh!
There you go, the equalizer. Roughly 5 minutes later?
I think so. I think, what was the first one in the 13th? 13th.
Yeah, 5 minutes later, look at that. Oh no, 7 minutes later. I'm looking at the second yellow card from Dap.
Yeah.
Jesus. 6 minutes between each card.
Yeah, that was Sal during that.
So I have a question coming in from Spirit. Question is, what do you call this sport? Well, I mean, the game is called International Online Soccer.
Can it really be called an e-sport, though? Can it? I mean...
I thought he was more referring to rather, calling it football over soccer, even though the title of the mod is soccer. But I think iOS would be one of the best esports in the world if it actually...
If we got a big influx of players, as we was talking about earlier before we came on to commentary, then I think it could possibly spiral from there and become a proper esport, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, just look at Rocket League.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the first game...
Oof!
Oh.
Amazing work there by Lux.
The first game they played, what was it, on PlayStation 2? It was literally called Supersonic Rookie Card or something.
Yeah, I wasn't even aware of its existence when it was called that.
Neither did I, and then all of a sudden there's a game called Rocket League that's all about flying cars and a gigantic ball. And it's got millions of players, whereas the last one, no one knew about it. So...
It's all about marketing.
Yeah.
So we had Chupo earlier on a breakaway, denied by Lux. And then we had a few more chances after that where Lux did really well to recover from his initial save to grab the rebound on his far post. He hasn't played really consistently in a while, and he's still just so sharp in the net.
Which GK do you prefer, Ian, Gamer, or a pot? I'd have to take the pot.
But the pot doesn't make you laugh as much as Gamer does.
But Ian's mistakes also make you laugh, so I don't know which one. You could get Ashley in if you wanted to. I'm sure he'd have a whale of a time.
Ooh, Arshivin, a little careless there. It's not really like him to allow the ball to go out of bounds when he's being unchallenged. I'd say that the last 10 minutes or so have been really back and forth. I think both sides
have a bit of a stalemate.
Yeah, most of this game has been played in the middle of the pitch.
Oh,
If we look at stats here, NG has a 79% pass completion. Phoenix is 54. Oh, it's not terribly uneven if you think about
that's
it.
back in.
And if you consider that they've been playing a man down.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh.
great save again by Lux. My God.
Seems like he hasn't got that rusty from his break then.
No. It's that Dutch box, you know.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love the Dutch box.
Oh, they've all the Dutch have got good boxes.
So Phoenix now playing with a full squad of 8. Let's see how this changes the game for the remaining minutes of this half. Sometimes teams tend to play a little better when they're a man down, just the psychological aspect.
No nonsense there.
Oh, there we go. Smithy.
Smithy hasn't
Almost
been that
successful
bad
there.
during this half. He's done pretty well. Seeing as he went from playing GK last game to now being in the middle of the park.
Yeah. Oh, and when you're playing CM against someone like Zavit, it's never easy. There's that Tiki Taka from NG that we all know.
Ooh,
Oof.
that's another one.
Oh, wow. Great ball in by Iran. Zavit does well to have his first touch go into space. If you look here, he goes right to space, takes a few steps forward. Just picks out the bottom corner of the net. Nothing Lux can do there.
I mean, they maybe could have tackled him before he got into the box, but I mean, then they could have possibly got a goal from free kick. Don't know if there was much the defenders could have done. Just boxed them out and went into the box and scored.
Yeah, it was just a very well executed play. Yeah, but it's interesting because Phoenix is playing down a man, and there wasn't really much going on. They get a man on, and then a goal scored.
I think they let themselves get a bit too comfortable with what they were doing. Took the concentration away because they got their 8th man back.
Ooh. Nice switch of the field there by Drakes. But cleaned up easily by Shagwa. So 2-1 at halftime. Still anybody's game. Any thoughts on the match moving forward? Where do you see this going?
It's so unpredictable. I mean, I think it might slightly be tilting in NG's favour. They've got the goal ahead of Phoenix. But, you know, it's iOS. Anything could happen. With Phoenix could come back, maybe score twice.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you look at the Roby match, it was a very exciting game, just like our match with Roby. Phoenix was in it the entire game. Although they are missing 7-Up and Jinx here.
That's true.
So another question from Spirit. If this is esports, when do you think we will be getting professional contracts? I don't know, Kurito, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we'd probably be on, I don't know, £1 a week, but Chupo walking through the defence.
Yeah, he's a nightmare to mark. He's just very crafty. Chupo, will he tries to break through? I think he maybe should have sent Arshavin on his way on the wing.
I saw in the chat, I believe that's Walsh said iOS only ever work by moving engine. We're too limited on what we can do. Now, I believe I talked to Ariane before about maybe moving engine. There's a few engines that iOS might be able to work on. Could move to Unity or maybe Source 2013. So we're on what, Source 2007?
Yeah, I think there was a reason why we're on 2007.
Frostbite when? Good question. I wonder when we are moving to Frostbite. I mean, could you imagine on iOS on a better engine, the graphics?
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool, but then again, it's as I've mentioned before about the players that might not have the best computers. They might not be able to run it as well as they can on 2007.
Oh, lovely ball there by Chavit Tim Chupo. Unlucky there on his attempt. Well done by the Phoenix defenders to
nice ball there.
That. Ooh.
Oh. Do you agree that the goals are too high? It's like keeping rugby posts. Look how tiny the goalkeepers look. They're like half the height.
I never really thought about that, to be honest. But you bring up a good point. Most goalkeepers who are playing high-level football, they're at least 6'1" and up, and can easily touch the crossbar. A lot of times in iOS, the goalie can kind of get fooled on these shots because he doesn't know how to jump properly. Either you can lower the goalposts or maybe make the models for goalkeepers a little taller.
Possibly, but I feel like they're perfectly fine. When you jump, I think you can touch the crossbar.
I don't think you can, actually. Yeah, you can't.
Can't? Oh.
Every goalkeeper in real-life football can touch the crossbar, whether it's jumping or going on their toes.
But then again, it's whether it will be good for the game or not. You know,
right.
I mean, because then maybe goalkeepers will be overpowered again, which we've gone through that argument plenty of times about them being able to save some things that they shouldn't be able to, or not being able to save things that they should be able to.
Yeah.
But it's whether you want realism over what works.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I studied game design in university, and one of the key factors that they always said was sometimes too much realism in a game can ruin it. But I think when you're playing when you're making a sports game, I think realism is it's always better to have as much as you can. That's my opinion.
Well, I mean, it's for Romdey and Ariane and whoever is, I think, Thingy. He's a part of it as well. It's for them to decide. They may watch this back here. I was talking about it, or maybe we can mention it to them in the Discord, and they can have a talk about it. Maybe edit it themselves in a server that they create, and test it out. It's up to them. I mean, there's a Archon commands to make yourself a bit bigger, isn't there? Yeah, player model size.
Yeah, I don't know if you can adjust it by height only. I think it makes your whole model bigger.
Doesn't affect the hitbox.
Oh.
So there's a lot of talking about switching engines in the Twitch chat at the moment.
Yeah, but you know what? I agree. We're using an outdated engine, but a good game, it's really more about the gameplay than it is the visuals. A lot of times, especially in today's age, you see these games who put so much emphasis on visuals and the gameplay crap.
But I feel like once we've got the gameplay down to how it should be, when everyone thinks it's good enough, and when it's good enough to go through Greenlight or Steam Direct, whatever they're calling it, then maybe we can look to putting it on a better engine, maybe spruce it up a bit, because it really does look outdated now. But as you said, the graphics don't matter as much as the gameplay.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, visuals are always going to be nice. Don't get me wrong.
And also on the 2007, there is lightning. There's we do have quite a few problems with FPS, and as Walsh said earlier, it will have better FPS, but along with having better graphics. But then again, better graphics comes, your CPU and your
Steeper
graphics card
requirements,
working.
yeah.
So I mean,
Ooh.
it's an opportunity. You start there.
So I going back to the game here, I think that majority of this so far has been played in the Phoenix half. Would you agree?
Yeah. I agree with that.
I think NG is just really chipping away here at the wall.
Thought they could score literally any moment right now. There's a timeout for Phoenix.
And you know what? I'm not the least bit surprised here. I think something has to change. I don't know if JB3 has something up his sleeve. Looking at the bench here, they don't have anybody. So maybe he's just wanting to give them a talk. I don't see any technical difficulties on the field. I don't see anyone lagging. I don't see anyone frozen. So I think maybe JB3 is just kind of trying to calm them down a little bit and get their head figured out.
Is anyone having mouse problems again?
Oh, maybe DBD is here, so he was the guy last time who had mouse problems. But I don't think that's the case. Right now, they're having a lot of difficulty playing out of the back. It seems like NG just keeps getting the ball possession back.
Oh, yeah.
And, resetting their play to attack on net, where Phoenix is kind of just desperately trying to get the ball back.
Look at shot stats and save stats. Wow,
Yeah,
that's a big difference.
When you look at ball possession, it's pretty big.
The keeper saves. Matt's only made 2, and Lux has made 11.
That's pretty extreme.
That's massive.
So maybe, there you go. Genix has just loaded up iOS. This is maybe the firepower that they've been missing. Dap takes a seat. DB switches to left back, and Genix will take CF. This might be a game changer here. If they can get a couple counters through Genix. Genix has no problem taking players on.
They've got 17 minutes plus added time to do something.
Which probably translates to about 8 minutes of real life time.
I think less than that, maybe 6.
Yeah, I was just giving a rough estimate.
Yeah, it's 10 and a half.
Is it 10? I thought it was like 12 or 11 or something.
No, it's always been 20 minutes a game, I believe.
So there you go. Oh, let's see what happens. Anything can occur here. Ooh! Oh my God!
Oh no!
What? I don't even know what.
Oh no, Lux!
Did I miss something?
Lux! Oh, it wasn't. Yeah, but Lux kicked it into DVD, didn't he? No, it was JB.
Lux. Oh wow, that's so.
But then again, JB did run into Lux.
The curse of the commentator.
Yeah.
Anything could happen here.
But what was JB thinking?
Wow. I feel bad right now for Phoenix. They just made a tactical switch, and there seemed to be some kind of light at the end of the tunnel there for a minute, but silly.
Oh no, I can't believe that just happened.
Not like this, Nightfire said.
Not like this. Oh, damn. That's so unlucky. But
It seems like
he did run into Lux though.
Seems like Phoenix's flame has just been put out.
Yeah.
Arshvin now.
Look, JB's just standing there.
Unfortunate. Great work there by Lux to stop the one-on-one.
Oh. Not like this.
You know, it's unfortunate in situations like this where Lux has put in such a performance and then it's just going to be overshadowed by that one silly mistake.
And that's another one.
Looks like NG is sealing the deal now here.
Oh, it's done.
The whole momentum of Phoenix and their whole mentality kind of just changed. Ever since that mistake, I feel like they've just puttered out.
Lux dives forward.
Yeah, that was another maybe mistake you could say from the goalkeeper's part. He's probably still flustered from the mistake that he just made 2 minutes ago.
Oh no!
But like I said, I feel it's unfortunate because he had such a performance today.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a crazy match! You go from 2-1 for the majority, and now you're 4-1 in a span of 5 minutes.
Lux has had 13 saves.
Yeah.
Now, you can't put all the blame on Lux at all. He's played really
No,
well.
I agree. When you're being barraged for that long, something's bound to happen.
Mm.
You know, Phoenix wasn't applying enough pressure in the attacking third. We get one of those signature flame crosses. Unfortunate, no Phoenix heads could find it. Frustration coming out. Good ball in by Ari.
That's another.
Another goal from Mini-Me, a.k.a. Arshvin.
No,
Iran
that's
and
a difficult
Arshvin.
one.
Inseparable since Arshvin's joined.
Oh yeah, they're constantly playing together. But Ian has said you two still consider Lux for man of the match, despite the score. That's a difficult one, honestly. But you know, I could still maybe pick him because it's his defense, in my opinion. Their defense hasn't been that great, so you can't put it all on him. He's made 1 or 2 mistakes, but
It's tough. I mean, the odds were not in his favor when you look at, you know, getting shot on every minute or so. It's bound to go in eventually if there's nothing that Phoenix can do to try to oppose it.
he's still got 13 saves compared to Matt, his counterpart, who has 4 now, I think. 4.
Right.
I mean, he's had 10 more saves the entire game compared to Matt.
I mean, when you look at the NG roster, is there a player that really stands out today? I don't really think so.
No, it's just NG being NG, isn't it? No one really stands out because they're all just so good. They don't have that person that shines.
Some days, I mean, some matches you can easily say that there's a player who stands out, but in this match in particular, I don't think so. I mean, it was 2-1 for the majority of this game. All these goals were last-minute, results of that one mistake that Lux made. Or JB3, I don't even know who you would blame there.
I don't know who I blame, but
these goals were just like the seams falling apart after that. So I really wouldn't say that Arshvin deserves man of the match just because he scored 2 goals, you know?
I mean, JB keeper is going to clear it and doesn't expect defender to close him down.
And that's the match. Interesting turn of events here. Unfortunate for Phoenix. Unfortunate for Lux especially. But
Yeah.
so another win for NG. Now unbeaten 4 matches to continue their streak.
I feel like it's just going to be like this for the entire season.
Yeah, perhaps. Just give me 1 second, Carito, before we bring people in for the interview.
Yep. Well, I think we need to give man a match first.
All right, hold on 1 sec.
Arshavin with 2 goals, 1 assist, but Lux did have, was it 14 saves in the end, or was it still 13? It's going to be a little bit difficult, in my opinion.
It was like 12
Ariane
or
with a
11.
goal as well.
All right, so now we have to pick a man of the match, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Well, like I said, it's tough seeing this NG performance. Everybody kind of just did their role. Was no big standout.
I believe Spirits is making a big straw poll right now. So we should go with that one.
Well, technically speaking, I think that Tet wanted us to choose the man of the match this game. It was like 12.
Well, who do you think who should be man of the match?
Honestly, it's silly because of the scoreline, but I think Lux put in the most effort today.
Yeah, I was thinking about Lux as well.
So, in my opinion, I'm going to go with Lux, regardless of score.
I feel like Lux is a good shout. I mean, no one else, in my opinion, stood out at all.
And when you consider that he hasn't really been playing this game,
oh yeah, he hasn't played.
It could have been 10-1, you know.
Oh yeah.
So that's my decision. I'm going to go with Lux. You agree?
5 goals can't be MVP. Sorry, that makes no sense. Well, name someone else who deserves to be MVP. I mean, Arshavin, yeah, that's a good shout, but anyone else, no one stood out. Who really made a big impact? It doesn't matter about the score. Lux had 13 saves. Matt had 4. Yeah, Arshavin had 2 goals and an assist, but no one else stood out. And in my opinion, the only one that really deserves it is Lux. Someone from NG defense. No.
Who's where are you reading this? Because I can't.
Twitch chat.
Hey, sometimes man of the match doesn't make sense, as we've seen before.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense at all. So we're making the decision. Lux is man of the match.
I agree.
There you go. Mate, the last one made no sense either. So who gives a crap, eh? So
are we going to do interviews now?
Sure. Let's go ahead. Commentators, man of the match is Lux. Got a problem? Message us. I don't care.
So I guess we'll bring in a Phoenix player for interview.
Go ahead.
Since the next game is supposed to be starting in 20 minutes.
Yeah, we've got to keep these rather short and quick.
I guess we'll get JB3 in here. Let me message him, see if he wants to come in. All right, JB3 is on his way.
You had one job, Spirits. You messed it up.
Do my eyes deceive me? We have 32 people watching right now.
Dang.
It's pretty impressive. It's a new high for iOS.
Yeah, it's... JB3 is in general. He needs to be pulled into the commentary. if possible. Who is next commentator? I don't know. JB and Smithy. There you go. Dap wants to commentate the next game, apparently.
We're just waiting now for JB3 to be pulled in here.
There you can see the stats. 2 goals for Arshavin, 1 for Ariane, 1 for Shavit, and JB3 own goal, unfortunately. We'll ask you about that in a minute. Pardon me. Got Ariane with 2 assists and Arshavin with an assist, and Kane with the Phoenix goal.
All right, great. So now we have JB3 in here for the post-match interview.
Hello.
Hey, JB3. Unfortunate result, not probably the one you weren't looking to get out of that. What was going through your mind there when you decided to pause the game? Was that to bring Jinx in specifically?
Yeah, literally, it was just to try something different. The game plan had already failed, to be honest, after they went 2-1 up. In fact, the game plan failed when they equalised because we basically know that we're not better than NG, and we never will be. So we just set out to counter them, and we seemed to be working with the first goal. But then, obviously, we had the sending off, and I'm not blaming Dap for us losing, because that's not the reason why we lost.
Right. Yeah.
Dap came back into the game when it was 1-1, I believe. So we still conceded another 4 goals. Basically, I just decided to get a fresh player in, try something new up front. It didn't work. I don't think that was down. I think the rest of the goals that went in, just I think NG just that good. You can't really stop them scoring when they're on form, and we weren't prepared today.
I mean, yeah, hats off to you guys, though. I thought, considering you played a man down for very early on, you still held on to a 2-1. Actually, no. When you were playing a man down, it was 1-1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that was impressive to me. I almost forgot you guys were a man down. I didn't realize Dap was off the field. And then I see Dap was actually the guy that you subbed off to put Jinx in. And I think Dap wasn't too happy about that.
Well, he hasn't spoke to me about that, if he's not happy.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was a bit upset. Said something along the lines of like, "Oh, karma for subbing me out."
Well,
but
Dap likes to joke, so I'm gonna take it as a joke.
Yeah, for sure. But to be fair, I don't even think that you said that your plan failed and that your idea of putting somebody fresh in didn't work. I don't think it really had the chance to work. I think maybe, in my opinion, the change should have come a little bit earlier. I think Jinx maybe touched the ball twice in that whole time he got on, right?
Yeah. Listen, I'm not. Nobody's getting the blame for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Jinx came on. It was just to try something different. It didn't work. If anyone's to blame, it's me. Because I feel like we could have maybe done something a bit earlier. Whereas I let the game play out, and of course, the own goal sort of made our heads drop, and I'd told the team all along as we were playing that it's vital to go ahead against NG because it forces them to play against you. Otherwise, if they go ahead, they just keep the ball and you can't score.
Right, yeah.
That was why I was disappointed to go when it went to 2-1 because I felt like we'd already lost the game. And it seemed like whatever we did wasn't going to change that. So, you know, I'm not taking anything away from it. NextGen, you know, they fully deserve the win. So, you know, don't think, you know, I'm being, you know, salty to NG or anything like that. They fully deserve the win.
No, of course, you know, and you guys were in it, I thought. Up until that mistake, unfortunately, between you and Lux. What was going on there? Like, what was the idea behind that, where you were kind of really close to Lux and he powered it out? Were you trying to shield for him?
Yeah, do you know what? It's defender's instinct, really. I seen the ball get dropped. I assumed that Chupo was right behind me, and I wasn't willing to take any chances. And I ran over to the goalkeeper, to Lux, and you know I take responsibility for that because Lux could have just picked up the rebound. But me being a defender, me being wanting to just get the ball clear,
Sure.
I ran over to try clear, and you know it's unfortunate because that could have went anywhere, that deflection, but it went into the net, and you know that's just what happens.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just football sometimes. You know, and that was definitely the tipping point. Any questions from you, Carito, for JB? Any thoughts?
I feel like that was all of it. I mean, I don't think we have much more to say other than Lux got man of the match.
That's something to bring up. Do you agree with that opinion on man of the match? I mean, I know some people think it's a little silly because you know you were the losing side and it was a big scoreline, but I thought up until that moment where you had that miscommunication, I thought Lux deserved man of the match. I mean, he was definitely put under fire for most of the game.
Yeah, like that scoreline could have been a hell of a lot worse than it was, and Lux made some really good saves, especially in the early part of the game when we were 1-0 up, which was very key to us staying ahead. So, you know, I think, you know, it is possible for players on the losing team to win man of the match because, you know, you've got to recognise the contribution sometimes. And, you know, Lux, he hasn't played goalkeeper a lot recently, and, you know, that's because of the goalkeeping strike. So, you know, I basically almost pleaded with him that I needed him in this game because we don't really have a proper keeper. Like, Lewis is a good keeper, but I really like Lewis outfield, and I really wanted, you know, to try and develop Lewis as an outfield player. So in this game, I thought I need Lux, and you know, Lux very kindly, you know, agreed to come and play this game when you know he hasn't been that active lately. So you know, I do think the man of the match, you know, is a good choice for Lux.
Yeah, I mean, we took those all into consideration. You know, the fact that he's not really actively playing, he's not playing that position either when he does play, and the fact that he's just so natural and he made some huge saves to keep the mentality positive for Phoenix throughout the match. Definitely, that's the reasons why we chose him. So glad you agree.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you were to say who was man of the match for NG, it's difficult because, you know, I think you could probably say that Chupo didn't have as good a game as he has done in previous games.
Yeah.
You know, Iran was quite effective, and so was Arshavin. You could maybe argue a case for Javit being man of the match, but if you were going to pick somebody else, you'd probably pick Lux.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, so Carito, if you don't have any more questions for JB, we have about 15 minutes till the next match kicks off, so we need to get an NG player in here. JB3, thanks for joining us. Unfortunate on the result, but I think your team played pretty well, all things considering.
All right, thank you very much, Josh.
All right, thanks, man.
Bye-bye.
All right, now we need to get NG player in here. Not sure who's volunteering themselves just yet, but let me see.
Probably be Ariane.
Carito, I'll let you have the honors of leading this interview since I took most of it up from the first one.
Oh dear, this is gonna be great.
You have a nice relationship. You have a nice relationship with Ariane.
Oh yeah, totally. It's gonna be fantastic.
Let's see who comes in.
This is if it's Ariane, this is gonna be fantastic.
I'm reaching out to him right now, see who's coming in.
And there he is. Can you drink?
Where is my mind?
Yeah. I mean, he's over 20, so of course he can.
You're funny, Carito.
Ian, I don't know if people have anything to hold on to. Is that music?
Waiting for Tet to drag Iran in here.
Are you? Is it elevator music? Is that what's happening, Ian? Oh my god.
There he is.
Oh, look who it is.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, Iran.
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
I'm alright. How about you guys?
So 5-1.
Yep.
How'd you think that went, Ariane?
Think I went a bit struggle in the beginning. We know what they were gonna do, and they ultimately did it pretty well. Yeah, before they made the 1-0, we could have decided the game by then, despite them parking the bus literally. But that didn't happen, and they used Flame very well, and the goal came out there. I thought he probably should not have small touched it there, like just hoof it away in those many moments. After that, we were just still trying, but we couldn't find it. And then a bit lucky that I got the ball from the cross. 1-1. I think since then we never looked back. After the lead, basically. The win is pretty deserved, I think. Got a bit lucky with the own goal. That was pretty hilarious, not gonna lie. But I think 5-1 chances-wise is right.
Do you think that was the real tipping point, was the own goal?
Yeah, because before that the difference was 1 goal, and anything can happen. And despite that, we dominated the entire match. So
do you
yeah.
think the main problem for Phoenix was the defense? Because I feel like they let a few too many runs go through.
Oh, but at some point they had like 6 defenders, and they only flame up. So they did well, all they could, I think. I don't think that was lacking. I mean, they used to play worse defense before today, so no, I don't agree.
How do you feel about Lux getting the man of the match over Arshavin?
It's a bit odd when a losing when a losing player with a losing effort gets them out of the match, but it's maybe a little understandable. Because who you would have given NG? Probably me or Xavi in that case. But it wasn't like we were on fire, if that's the right word. So it's
I feel
alright.
like that's what we was trying to say the whole time. I mean, no one in NG really stood out apart from Arshavin? He had the 2 goals and the assist.
I don't agree that he stood out. He was actually one of the weaker players. I mean, you guys are like, what? But he wasn't really good. I mean,
I agree with you, Iran. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, I agree.
Ultimately, had the stats later on. I mean, he made a good goal, and the assist was kind of lucky, but my goal that was. But yeah, I mean, that's what great players do. Not play good, but still have the stats. So.
Right, of course. I mean, you can have an off day like Diego Costa for Chelsea, and he still manages to get the goal somehow.
That's right. Absolutely.
But no, I agree with you. I did say that Arshavin, although he has netted a double, I don't think his score reflected how he played. I thought he had a couple of missed passes early on and giving up some possession, but it was difficult to make man of the match. I know it's silly that we gave it to the losing side, but he was the only one that stood out like a sore thumb for us.
I'm not about it. I mean, I hope that it's not about the voting anymore, because those are always controversial.
Right, yeah.
Obviously, every man of the match can be controversial, but I think it's more accurate if just a couple people do it instead of everyone voting, because then you get like Artwork's man of the match, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And 2 days ago was also controversial with Doc. I haven't saw the match because I was out, but yeah, that's what you get when the voting happens.
Yeah,
because I heard KB should have got while KB wasn't even on the list. So
yeah, exactly. You can't win either way, but at least we're trying new things.
I also have to say the impact was Nightfire coming as a bench, motivation. We need a mascot.
Oh yeah, his inspiring words, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So now that leaves you guys with a 4-0 record, yeah?
We're halfway. Yeah, we're halfway, and we won all the games. Yeah, hopefully we can finish this quick.
That 21 goal difference?
It's about head-to-head, mate. So it doesn't matter what the goal difference is.
No, but that's still pretty massive.
We score a lot this time. Unlike previous league, we kind of struggled scoring. This time, even bad games, we still managed to score 4 or 5, just like against Chefs. I don't think it was our best game. It wasn't that bad, but I think I was pretty horrible against Chefs. But I mean, I guess Phoenix, a team that just literally just did not try to lose. We still managed to score 5, and arguably should have scored more. So I think we're doing fine. I mean, I'm happy that teams actually have a plan against us, because otherwise it kind of turns out to be like against Roby, like the game is already over after 10 minutes.
Right, yeah. Sure.
I think no one wants that. So.
No, it's not entertaining for anybody. But all right. So, I mean, you have anything else to cover here, Carito?
I can't think of anything.
Come on.
Well, what else do you want me to say? Fuck you, Ariane? I mean...
Yeah, something like that. You're going to win next week against us? Something like that?
Probably.
No. Well, I'm excited.
Well, we actually have one last question before we go.
Sure.
From Spirit. I thought Rock was contender for man of the match.
Disagree.
Disagree? Yeah, I have to say disagree.
I think Flame did a good job on him, especially.
Yeah, Flame was getting all the crosses off for Phoenix.
I'm not gonna roast Rock, but I can also credit Flame for. I mean, he's a good player.
Sure. But no, I agree. Flame. I think all the crosses came from the right side of the field for Phoenix, and
the first goal came exactly from there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to play Flame. I mean, yeah, I know that myself.
Oh, of course, yeah. He's one of the best crossers in the game, in my opinion.
A good dribbler too. I think.
Yeah.
A little bit. So
all
no.
Right, so yeah, I guess that sums it up. We have the next match.
Oh, you guys play?
Yeah, Chefs versus NTA.
Okay, can you do better than 11-1? Good luck.
The bar's been set. 11-1 seems to be the standard here. But no, I think NTA they're putting out a decent roster today. Yeah, they have Mean Machine, Rhino, Bullet, Colacao making his debut league appearance since his noble days.
He finally joined the team. About time.
Finally.
Both of the leaders are playing as well, Kieran and Ashley. I believe Kieran's playing.
So I don't think it's going to be 11-1 game like people think. It should be interesting.
So I guess we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess we're done here.
Okay.
Good talk, Iran. Good talk.
Yeah, good
It's good to have
talk.
it. I like having interviews.
All right. Thanks for joining us, man.
Oh, you're welcome. See you.
See you guys.
Get out of here, Ryan. Bastard.
All right, Carito, you got to get your boots on. Get in the line. Get the boys.
All right.
Producers are saying to wrap it up. The new commentators are coming in, and you got to put the icy hot on your hammies, Carito. You've had a strain last week. You got to get that loosened up.
Yeah, I'm loosening up as much as I can.
All right, guys.
Pretty tense.
See you next time.
Bye, losers.